Hello and welcome to Binary News, your daily dose of focused gaming news. Myself and Marta. Today is the 18th of June and this time I have a couple of pieces of news from Ubisoft. First up, we have some comments from the CEO Yves Guillemot regarding the Wii U, basically suggesting that he thinks that the Wii U has to be the right price for it to excel, obviously suggesting that it needs a price drop. Now obviously the Wii U has received a rather nice boost in sales from the release of Mario Kart 8, but Yves does still think that Nintendo's pricing of the Wii U hardware will be crucial if they are to increase their user base and justify any future investments. And he said, quote, "With Mario Kart, Wii U made one step and we expect with Smash Bros it will also do some more. If Nintendo put the right price on the machine, then they will probably have a chance to go further." Now obviously Ubisoft are still one of the Wii U's key third-party supporters, but they are actually holding back on future investments and are even holding a finished Wii U title back from the console until they see improved sales. And Yves continued by saying, quote, "We are coming with Watch Dogs and Just Dance this year. We also have another game on the shelves that we expect to come at some point when there will be more machines. That game is waiting for more machines to be available. We are also waiting for them to achieve more sales so that we can invest more. Because the problem we have with next gen now here is that we are seeing less games that are on next gen and last gen consoles. Nintendo has to perform this year, otherwise they will have less games. Justifying investing in the machine needs a larger install base." So basically they want to see an improvement in the sales of the Wii U before they consider investing more money. Now obviously Nintendo, they make good games themselves. There's no argument about that. You know, they may not be to your taste, but they do make good games. But the thing that's kind of holding back the Wii U is the lack of third-party support. So while I can see where Ubisoft are coming from, they obviously have their own companies to think about, their own investments. They want to make sure they're using their money wisely. It's also kind of annoying because it's kind of a vicious cycle, you know. Not enough people buying the machine because there's not enough third-party games, and not enough people are putting third-party games on there because not enough people have the machine. So it feels like someone needs to take a risk. Obviously it's not going to be Ubisoft. They kind of already took one with Zombie U and it didn't really work out, but that was a launch game of course, so I don't know. It's really tough to say who's right and who's wrong. I just feel like to really give the Wii U what it needs the strong titles from Nintendo like Mario Kart 8, like the new Zelda Wii U, just for example, but it also needs third-party support, and maybe even some third-party exclusives or timed exclusives that would really give the Wii U an extra boost alongside the releases of strong titles such as Mario Kart 8 and of course Smash Bros as well. But our second piece of news from Ubisoft today is that some more comments from Yves Guillemot has said that the firm is working to improve their character creation process in response to some criticisms over bland characters in its blockbuster games. Now, Yves did admit that the company is aware of the polarised opinions surrounding characters such as Aiden Pearce, of course is the main character of Watch Dogs, and has said that they are making efforts to improve their performance in that regard for future games. And he said in reference to Aiden, quote, "We knew it would be polarising. Some people loved the characters and some didn't. It was difficult to please everybody with that character. Now, having seen the reaction, we know what we will do next to improve that." And then he even went on to promise fewer cliches and greater diversity from Ubisoft games, and said, quote, "We are working on that. We want to spend more time in the worlds and the characters in our games. You'll see more and more of this at Ubisoft. We'll try to be less like what we have been in the past, and with some characters. We'll try to extend more diversity." And then when they were asked if Aiden might be retained as the protagonist for Watch Dogs 2, he said, quote, "I can't say because I don't know actually. We'll see." Now, Watch Dogs and Aiden especially were very polarising. Some people didn't like him, some people found him very bland. Personally, I actually quite liked how he was a bit of an anti-hero, as too often we have games saying, you know, he's a hero, guys, promise, and especially in an open world game, you know, the hero, quote unquote, then goes on to do terrible things like beating up civilians or stealing their cars or whatever, all in the name of being a hero. So it was nice to see a little bit of change of pace, a little bit of an anti-hero there. Now, while that was good and everything, Aiden was a little bit flat. I can certainly see why people weren't overly impressed, but I feel like they had the right idea. He just needs to be fleshed out more. He was a good anti-hero, but he needed more depth to him. The best anti-heroes are the ones that are human, that are, you know, really well fleshed out characters, and eventually you know why they are so much of an anti-hero. So hopefully they are good for their word here. Ubisoft do story and character pretty damn well. Obviously, they don't always get it right. They have a couple of dud fires. So, for example, with Assassin's Creed 3, Connor wasn't really that interesting. And while they had the right idea with Aiden in Watch Dogs, he definitely needed more work to be a more interesting character. So hopefully we can see some improvements. Maybe they'll be present in Assassin's Creed Unity and Far Cry 4, but we'll have to see. Anyway guys, that is me done for this video. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.